Hey, thanks for taking time out of the day to join us here on Polk Place. I'm Brian Lacey, and joining me from the Polk History Center will be Jamie Jameson. What you doing?
Not much. Just trying to stay cool. Spending some time in the movie theaters. Have you?
No, I have not. But there are a few things I want to see.
Yes, I have not Barbenheimered. I did see Barbie, but I've not seen Oppenheimer yet. That's what they say. You got to go see Oppenheimer in the morning and feel real heavy about the world, and then go see Barbie afterwards to feel really light and relieved and think that everything's okay. Everything's okay. Did you know that there is a Polk County connection to Oppenheimer?
No, I did not.
So I'm not a physicist, so I can't explain it very well.
But you play one on TV.
I play one on TV. On Polk Place. On Polk Place, I play one. But no, a graduate from Haines City High School, Marshall Holloway, worked in the Atomic Energy Commission and worked in the laboratory at Bikini Atoll. And I don't know if he ever met Mr. Oppenheimer, but they certainly ran in the same circles around the same time of World War II. So that's our little Polk County connection to
that is very cool.
Movie.
And where did you pick that nugget of information
Strangest thing.
up?
So in our collection, in our archives, we have from the Haines City Chamber of Commerce, we have a Haines City Trivial Pursuit. And I went up to the collections and was digging around one day, as I do. And I was like, oh, what's some trivia from Haines City? And I saw that, and I just was like, whoa, this atomic nuclear physicist was right from Haines City. And when he retired, he came back and lived in Winter Haven.
That is very cool.
Yeah, he must have liked us.
Yeah, the name does sound familiar, though.
Yeah. So that was kind of really cool to see. I did look to see if he was in the movie played by like Matt Damon or something.
Yeah.
No.
Nope.
No. But next time.
All right. So talk to me a little bit. We've talked movies. We've given a nugget of information.
Exactly.
Let's talk a little bit about what's going on in August.
Yeah. So this past month, speaking of Barbie, has really been about the ladies in Polk County history. One of the things that I don't know if we've had a chance to talk about that I do in my position is a lot of outreach. And so this last month, I was very fortunate. I went to the Aerospace Center for Excellence out there in Lakeland. And so cool, they had their first ever She Can Fly summer camp for girls. And it was just girls learning about aviation, and I got to present to them about women in aviation. And so, I always love those opportunities. If you have a youth group, scouts, whatever it is, and you want to talk about history, Polk County, history of women, anything, I can usually put together a program. And don't you know, I found a pilot related to Polk County.
Really?
Yeah, her name was Ruth Elder. She trained in Lakeland with George Haldeman, and if she hadn't had a mechanical malfunction, she would have been the first woman to make the transcontinental flight between the United States and Europe. But they had to ditch over water, so she didn't get that record Amelia Earhart does, but pretty cool little woman in history.
And as a sidebar to that story, this year, with Sun and Fun being the first show on the circuit, the first woman flew with the Navy. What's their group called?
The Blue Angels?
The Blue Angels.
Yes.
First woman. She flew in F-18 number 3.
Oh, wow.
First time.
Nice.
Yeah.
Very cool. Yeah, I really enjoyed the air show this year. I took my son out there. It was on my birthday.
And
they had it just for me.
And there was a female pilot in the Raptor too.
Yes, and the F-35, I think too. Yeah.
Yep.
It's the year of the girl.
Exactly.
But speaking more of women, last month July was the 175th anniversary of Seneca Falls. August will be the 130th anniversary of the passing of the 19th Amendment. So we're really taking that as an opportunity to kind of update the 19th Amendment gallery during the month of August. And a really great history, one of the things I love is that history comes to us sometimes. And someone came to us and said, there was a sorority that was founded because of the women's suffrage movement and the parade in Washington. And I said, oh, tell me more. And so they came in, and it's Delta Sigma Theta. It is a historically black women's sorority. And they founded just so that they could march in the parade, the March 3rd parade for women's suffrage in Washington, D.C. And so we have been working with their Lakeland chapter to curate an exhibit all about the history of the sorority and then their impact in politics. So politicians like Fentrice Driscoll, who graduated from Lake Gibson High School and now serves in Tampa. Marcia Fudge, current Secretary of Housing and Urban Development, and telling these stories and weaving it into the contemporary women's history alongside in the background of that voting rights. So we're really hoping to open that by the end of August or early September, and it's going to be a great addition. It will be the featured article in Artifacts this month for the History Center too, if you want to know more.
That's very cool. Yeah. What else we got going on?
What else do we got going on? So I wanted to take a second, if it's okay, and talk about the Polk County Historical Commission because they are meeting. So they meet on August the 10th, and for those of you that don't know what the Historical Commission does, is they are responsible by an act of the legislator for making sure that we're preserving and keeping Polk County's history. And they are responsible for those neat markers that you see out at historic sites across the county. And I don't think people realize how much work goes into creating those markers. And maybe they don't realize how they can get a marker. So that group meets, and that's your opportunity as a citizen to come in and say, hey, I know a historic site, and I think it should be marked or noticed or preserved. And you present it in front of this commission, and then the commission comes back to us at the History Center and says, hey, what do we know about this site? So if you've never had the chance to go to a Historical Commission meeting, they're definitely interesting ways to get involved with Polk County's history.
And how often do they meet?
So I believe they meet quarterly, and it's always here in the admin building. So you come in and you just meet right in the commission meeting room there, and they have time for public comments, and they go over an agenda just like a regular commission meeting.
In the chambers.
In the chambers, yes. It does feel very official when I have to go in there and present. I'm like, oh, okay, yeah. So, but they're doing some really great work. We've got some markers that are currently off in Ohio being cast in iron. They're all handmade. It's so cool. And so hopefully in the next few months, I'll be telling you about some new markers that we're getting ready to unveil.
And you know the thing about that?
What?
No eraser to take that off, so it better be spelled right.
We do. We pass it around like 5 different times. I don't know if we're going to have to get ChatGPT involved in it and see what their opinion is, but we do. Those are some tense moments when we're like, okay, we're going to send it.
That's it.
It's done. All right.
Just hit send.
Yeah.
Just hit send.
Yeah. But less tense, of course, is hanging out with Bartholomew. And we do have the architectural tour on August the 19th. So he'll be out there. And I have to say, you guys have been showing up. We've had lots of people at the architectural tour the past 2 months. So Bart has been holding court and having fun in the air conditioning.
Yeah. Can't wait till he can get it back outside, because that's a lot of history that he has to show.
It is, and they still go outside, but it's a very bright.
Yeah.
And everybody comes in just dripping, and we're like, okay, we'll stay inside now. We'll stay inside in the air conditioning. But the other thing that we've had a lot of fun with this month is donations. And I don't know, kind of like the Historical Commission, I don't know if we've ever had a chance to talk about making donations to the museum. Is it okay if I?
Yeah. You got about a minute left.
Oh, about a minute. Okay. So one of the cool artifacts that we received in July was some original blueprints for coronet phosphate for some of their dry bins and washer plants, dating the oldest one I think dated back to 1913. And I just want to let people know, if you have something that's interesting, please call us up and say, hey, I have X, Y, and Z, and I'd like to donate it to the museum, and we'll go through the process with you. One of the things we don't want you to do is leave it at our door or just drop it off and not tell us about it, because then we get outside and we're like, what is this? It looks like this. I don't know if it is this. Who brought this here? Why is it here? Are there leprechauns? So you definitely want to call us if you're thinking about donating something, and just give us a brief background and we'll tell you to bring it on in so we can look at it.
Coming from a military background, I'm always skeptical of anything left on the porch.
Yeah, you're like, when'd that get here? Why? Is it cursed? That's my Indiana Jones background. Is it cursed?
Is it cursed? All right, girls. So next month, same time, same place?
Definitely. And we'll be getting to talk about outdoor activities soon. So hopefully the weather changes on us and gets a little cooler.
Always a pleasure to see you.
Yes, thank you.
Polk County has a rich history and heritage, and the Polk County History Center is continuously thinking of new ways to help Polk County residents experience that history. The museum's collection includes natural and cultural objects related to Polk and the greater Central Florida area that represent our history from pre-Columbian to present-day areas. The artifacts on display at the museum represent individuals, cultural groups, and events significant to the region. Located at 100 East Main Street in Bartow, the History Center is open 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Tuesday through Saturday. You need more information on exhibits, events, anything else, check them out on the web, polkhistorycenter.org, or give them a call, 863-534-4386. If you enjoyed that episode of Polk Place, I invite you to like, share, and subscribe to the channel, and even check out the next one.